Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Batjack JW here. Thanks for tuning in. And India, I can't believe. Oh my gosh. All right. So, if you guys have not been keeping up with this, okay, let's take you some way back here. I had purchased a FN high power, the surplus model, and so I got a hold of one. And one of my biggest things, I am so disappointed the fact that it did not come with the original grips. And what I mean by that is I'm looking for the original wood grips that it used to have. Now, I'm not saying that I'm sure mine came with those. Mine probably came with the black plastic ones. More than likely, that's what mine is originally was furnished with. But I like the original old wood grips that it just had the look of that gun. It gave that gun a distinctive look. So that's why I'm like really interested in just trying to preserve the originality of it. Now mine does have the ambidextrous safety, put into it. Where personally I would have rather just had the original small little tiny one-sided safety, but being that they put an extended safety and it's ambidextrous, okay, fine, I'll live with it. I may have to alter the grips ever so slightly to accommodate that. We'll see. We'll see what kind of alterations I'll have to do. That's what a file and some sandpaper's for, so we'll see how that shakes out. And of course, some touch-up varnish. I usually got the Rust-Oleum spray-on enamel to varnish or refinish it or whatever. I have found, guys, if you're going to be doing that stuff to your grips, your wood, to preserve it, I've had some luck with the brush-on stuff, but I have found that just quick and dirty, kind of you can't really mess it up to use the spray-on Rust-Oleum stuff. I'm actually going to go pick up a higher gloss variant of it, or finish version. Right now I have the satin, and what it is that stuff is left over from when I was I was putting a clear coat on a 1911 that I spray painted. I was seeing it if it would help protect it, which it did, but I didn't want a too shiny finish on it, so I went ahead and got the satin, which I'm gonna try to get a glossier finish for it, because I've started using this stuff on the wood grips. Yeah, it works great. So we'll see what kind of fitting I'll have to do with these things when they come in. But upon looking for these all over the place, I mean, you're talking going to Midway and everywhere, and looking. And of course, I kind of got messed up because I was trying to look for them on Amazon first, because I usually go there first, because I got, with Amazon Prime and the free 2-day shipping, it really works out to your favor. Has really replaced me going to other places. But for some reason I couldn't get the proper search going on it. It was like acting up on me, and I wound up going with Brownells, or not Brownells, but MidwayUSA.com, and of course paid for shipping on there, and found some Pachmeyer ones that I don't know how well they'll look or whatnot, but they look like they were cut already to accept a extended safety on it. So I went ahead and ordered those, and then of course, as soon as I get the Amazon search thing, I mean, I didn't even figure it out, but the next time I went to search for it, I got more results, and it kind of upset me, because there's the Pachmeyer grips I just ordered from Midway, even cheaper and free shipping. So I'm a little, it's less and less I want to go with Midway, and I would have had it a lot sooner. I would have had it by now if I had found it on Amazon the way I originally was trying to set out to search. I don't know why the search engine was messed up like that. It's just weird. But I found some, they're called World War One, World War Two high power pistol grips by a company called Replica. That's the company. They were like $30, but they were, identical. They're basically exactly the ones that I'm looking for. They're the wood grips with that the border around the edge. I always say they always look like kind of like cabinet panels or something like that. But I found the original ones that I'm looking for, the actual ones. So I'm like, okay, all right. So I went ahead and ordered it. It was $1.99 for shipping, and it for some reason it was like, oh, it's taking forever to be delivered or something. And I found out it's because this company is in India. I can't. So it's kind of like. I've also noticed that there's a lot of Smith & Wesson revolver grips that are being made in Thailand, and those are fantastic copies. I actually have a couple ones for my Smith & Wesson end frames. They're great. They look great. And they're cost effective. So, and really, you almost can't tell much of a difference. So that's kind of where I'm going with there. But yeah, these things are coming all the way from India, so I'm kind of interested in seeing how it looks. It's got great reviews on it. Here we got one that says, what type of wood are these made out of? Somebody actually asked that back last year. And it says, not sure, pressed wood maybe, but this is the best looking replica I found. I mean, there again, you have all these people that are literally saying that they're the best that they've ever found. One guy even says, stop looking, just buy it. Just get it now. Here it is. Don't think about it. Buy it now. I'm like, wow, okay. So, and he actually posted a picture of his, and let me go ahead and view his. His has that same extended safety as mine does. Now his said that he had to cut a matching slot at the top right of the panel, the ambi cut slot. Oh, okay, I see what he's saying. He had to cut a little notch out. So hopefully they'll match out great and everything. So we'll see. I'm kind of curious now, but I got it, guys. I gotta say it again. I'm so thrilled that I found the high power I did, because it was exactly what I was looking for. Price was right, everything. So I really am just so thrilled that I actually picked one up for the price I did and the condition I did. Also, I recently what I did was I went to Harbor Freight and I bought a drill, a cheap $14 drill, and I bought a polishing wheel, the attachment for the drill, and I used some flits. And I literally stuck this thing in a paper bag to do this because I didn't want that stuff flying all over the place. I stuck it in the paper bag and I polished the parts on this gun. The slide, I polished it just to give it a nice polishing job on it. And then re-blued it again for the second time now with the bluing stuff. I got the Oxbow bluing, and I re-blued it again. And I think it came out pretty good. It was nice to finally see, the polishing, polish it as much as it can be polished without, very cautious of not polishing through anything. Like, I don't want to remove any stampings or anything like that. You definitely don't want to stay away from that. But I polished it up as good as it will get. I guess you could take it a step further and really, just go over the whole thing with like a really fine grit sandpaper and some, water, wet dry or wet sand on it. But I'm all right with it the way it is. I'm just so spoiled by the look of the T series. It's so highly polished and beautiful mirror bluing, I guess I was more chasing after that, like how do I home do one of those now that I got something I can mess with. And for me, this is the kind of stuff that I really enjoy doing. This is the kind of, do it yourself, kind of see what you can make out of it kind of thing. That's what I really enjoy. Some people enjoy building ARs. This is the kind of thing that I enjoy. So many people, just like I get all these comments, oh, you gotta, if you stick some of these, I don't know, the G10 tactical, blah, blah, blah. I'm not into all that stuff. I really couldn't be further away from that stuff. Really, that's the tactical thing. The whole that's not me. Never has been. You know, I just don't. I just couldn't get into it. I dabbled around with it, kind of with buddies that were friends of mine that were police officers and whatnot. It was kind of neat to check it out. But I mean, I just in the end of the day, that's not the kind of stuff I buy and collect. I like this old historical stuff. I love this stuff with history. I love this stuff that, it's like, to me, this high power and the history on it. And that's all it is. It's just me, like, I want to get it back to looking as close as it can to the original, like, that T-series that I have. I just wanted to get it to look as close to that as possible so I can enjoy it and, also have that T-series to just kind of admire. And that's it. That's all it is for me. It just, it doesn't go any further than that. I've always liked that historical aspect to it. Even with 1911s, it's like I would rather have that old military-looking one that was back from the 40s. It's just, and I've said this before and I'll say it again. I mean, if there was ever a way they could send me back through time, I mean, send me back right now, everything, to 1950. I'll go. I'll leave all this modern age stuff. You can have it. Keep it. I'll go back. I'll go back, and I'll die some point, in that golden age of stuff. So, but anyway, these grips, I really think it's amazing that we're seeing a lot of these other companies and stuff, and most of it is from Thailand or whatnot, or like this one, India, country of origin, India. What the heck, India? So if they wind up being actually pretty good, I may just buy another set to store them, because being already looking at how hard it was to find grips for this thing, the ones that I like, I may buy a second set just to kind of hold on to. So let's see here. There's actually another set that I thought about getting because it kind of looks pretty neat. And I know, you know what, here we go. Bat Jack JW at the end of the day is going to have 10 pairs of grips for this thing. But there's actually this other company. It's called Smooth Industry. That's what their name is right here. They also have a version of the ones that I wanted, but I think I like the look of the War Replica company better. Their picture's better. At least the picture looks better, closer to what I wanted. But we'll see. But they have there's another set of grips up there, and they're checkered on the bottom, but then on the top they're not. They're actually smooth on the top. It does look kind of cool. It does look neat. I like the way it looks. It may, I don't know, I may just be tempted later in the future to buy it. I'm not sure. I might be tempted to. But it looks like they make a bunch of other grips, like for Smith & Wesson's, Colt D-frames, Detective Specials, Pythons. It looks like they have a whole nice lineup of other stuff. And let's see here. Place of origin, Thailand. These are from Thailand. Manufacturer, smooth as silk. Interesting. So let's see. We have one review. It's one transaction here. And this was actually just recently. This was this month, this year. Great fit, beautiful finish. Arrived via air mail. Sooner than indicated. Oh, that's what also I've been reading too. Like with mine, like the company I ordered from, it says, it'll arrive, it arrives very fast. Everybody always said that. Great shipping, fast shipping. Let's see. Let's go back over. Let's go to War Replica. And they got a pretty good high star rating. How did I get to this? What is that? I just want to see them. Okay. Interesting. I'm not seeing their... okay, that's weird. How do I get to their... I just want to see their reviews. Here we go. 25 customer reviews, I guess, from this company. Maybe I'll go through a different way. just want to see their because I remember reading they said a bunch of stuff like, oh, it arrived really quick. Here we go. Okay, this is what I was looking for. They have a 90% positive rating, and you got, here's this. I'm just going through here. This is all in September. Great service. Mauser sling was indicated or depicted light brown. When it arrived, somebody dyed theirs or made a. I'm looking for a shipment. I received the shipment delay. Blah blah blah. Okay, here we go. Fast shipping. One guy said fast shipping. Shipped promptly. Great. Speedy delivery. So it's kind of, I don't know if it's hit and miss with the delivery time or whatnot. This is just me because I am also very impatient when it comes to stuff like this. This one guy's, August, excellent transaction, great seller, as described, super fast shipping, thanks. So I'm hoping that these things will arrive fairly quickly here for me. Also, so before I part ways here with you guys and let you guys go, again, back to what I just said. Here's Batjack JW getting obsessed with this stuff as usual. Nothing different there. Gonna end up with like 10 pairs of grips at the end of the day. But I was down at my favorite place down here in town. It's my favorite mom and pop shop to go to. It's where I get my reloading supplies, anything I need like that. And usually if I need some kind of gun, I'll go there first. So what I go in there and I check them out, and I was picking up some 9mm bullets so I can reload, so I can get to shooting this thing more. So while I was in there, before I left, I said, what the heck, I'll mention the grips to him. So I said to him, hey, I said, actually, I'm looking for the wood grips. I found a couple online, but yada yada yada. But he said, the fellow there, he says, well, he goes, I have actually a set of those grips, the original grips, at home. And he said because they came off of a high power that he had in the store. And I said, my ears perked up. I said, you got one? Where is it? So he said, well, he'll bring it in and he'll let me look at them. And I said, well, I'll buy them from you. Yeah, so we'll see. I'll go check him out and see what he's got. He may just have exactly what I'm looking for, and then that way I can calm down a little bit on all this shipping and stuff. And then all of a sudden I'll get a bundle of mail in my box, and it's like 10 sets of grips or something like that. But we'll see how it shakes out. But I'm really curious. So I'll also make a video. If you guys have checked out my Patreon page, there's a video of me starting the restoration project on this thing, me stripping the paint off of it and everything like that. And then I'll post a video shortly here about the final outcome after I did all this polishing. I did not film any of that, I'm sorry, but because it was kind of haggard the way I did it, putting it in a paper bag and trying to avoid all the splatter. But anyway, I'll put a video up on it soon. But what I'm working on right now is I want to get a better camera and a lighting system, so that when I start doing some of these, the lighting and everything will be a lot better, and the quality of the film will be better. So we'll see.